Let's get started in a comfortable seat. So any comfortable seat for you. Any place where your hips can relax, your spine can lift tall, your shoulders can release. So finding a place where you can breathe. Beginning to notice your breath. Noticing where in your body your breath is moving. Noticing any resistance or hesitation within your breath. And taking a full breath in. And a big sigh out. Allowing a slow, steady breath to find you. And allowing your awareness to shift to the ground beneath your hips. To the air as it touches your skin. Noticing any thoughts that might have joined you on your mat this morning. Taking a moment to acknowledge that they are there without engaging. And allowing them to finish what they need to before moving off. One more full deep breath in. And out. As you inhale, sweeping your arms overhead to reach tall. As you exhale, side bending towards the right, your right hand coming down beside you, left arm reaching overhead. Allowing your chest to open up towards the ceiling. One more breath here, a deep breath in. And out. As you inhale, coming back through center to reach tall. And exhale, side bending towards the other side. Your left arm releasing down, right arm reaching overhead. And chest rolling open, your outer right hip drawing down. Just one more breath in. And out. As you inhale, coming back through center to reach tall. Then releasing your hands behind your back about a foot or so. Taking a big heart opener. A big shoulder roll, shoulder blades hugging towards each other and down your back. Allowing your chest to lift up towards the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. And taking your head and neck wherever feels comfortable for you. Maybe gazing forward, maybe gazing up. Maybe lifting your chin up towards the ceiling. One more deep breath in. And out. Gently to release your shoulders, coming through center. Then we're going to find a forward fold. If you want to switch up the cross of your legs, now's a nice time to do that. And letting your arms start to walk out long in front of you. Wherever you end up here, allowing your head and neck to release. Your arms and shoulders to let go. So allowing the weight of your upper body to be what draws you deeper. And taking your full deep breaths in. And out. One more full breath here. Breath in. And out. Slowly rising back up. Then we're going to make your way into your tabletop on your hands and your knees. And taking any movement or motion that might feel good once you get here. Maybe some hip sways or circles or cat-cows. So exploring how your hips, your shoulders, and your spine feel this morning. And taking another breath or two to even out your movements. And we're going to work into your balancing table. So initially we're going to go onto the right leg out behind you, and letting your toes stay on the ground, pressing into your heel. Pressing down through your palms and fingers. Staying right here, maybe letting your left fingertips begin to walk out long. Maybe that right foot floats, maybe the left hand floats. Reaching out through your fingertips and through your right heel. One more deep breath in. And out. Releasing your hand down and your knee. And taking any counter movement that might feel good. We're going to work over onto the other side. When you're ready, letting that left leg begin to extend out behind you. Letting the toes stay on the ground, pressing through your heel. Pressing down through your palms, navel, hugging in and up. And staying right here, maybe letting the right hand start to walk out long. Maybe the left foot begins to float, the right hand, reaching through your fingertips and through your left heel. And connecting with your breath. Full deep breaths in and out. One more breath here, deep breath in and out. Releasing the right hand down, your left knee down. Maybe a few more hip sways side to side. We're going to find your downward facing dog. So curling your toes, pressing your hips up and back. You can find a pedal of your feet, letting one knee bend, pressing through the opposite heel. Then shifting over towards the other side. Staying with this movement. And connecting with your breath. Finding those full, deep breaths in. And out. Eventually finding some stillness. Stillness in your body. The slow, steady breaths. Your next inhale, rising high into your toes and walking your feet towards your hands. Maybe your hands back towards your feet. Finding a gentle forward fold here. Soft bend to your knees. Head and neck to release. You can shake your head yes and no. You can shake your head maybe. And taking a slightly deeper bend into your knees and rolling up to stand. Taking a big shoulder roll at the top. And taking a few more revolutions, a full range of motion in your shoulder joints. And finding your mountain pose, your Tadasana. Your feet can step together about hip width apart. Standing as tall as you can, arms releasing down by your sides. Once more connecting with your breath. Noticing the ground beneath your feet. The air as it touches your skin. Noticing this breath. Full deep breath in. And out. Your inhale, sweeping your arms overhead to reach tall. As you exhale, forward fold, coming all the way down. Inhaling to a half lift, lengthening your spine. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, sweeping your arms overhead, reaching tall, rising tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Pausing for a breath here, a deep breath in. And out. And one more just like that. As you inhale, sweeping your arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to your half lift. Exhale, fold. As you inhale, sweeping your arms overhead, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to your heart center. And pausing for another breath, a deep breath in. And out. As you inhale, sweeping your arms overhead once more. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling to your half lift. Exhale to fold. And we're going to pause here in an active forward fold. You can have your hands on your shins, blocks, the ground, or any bind that might be in your practice. But wherever you end up, thinking about drawing the crown of your head towards the ground and your hips up towards the ceiling. One more breath in. And out. As you inhale, releasing your binds and coming to your half lift. Exhale, stepping back into your plank, the top of your push-up. Taking a full deep breath in here. And as you exhale, your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, pressing back to your downward facing dog. You're going to step your right foot forward into your low lunge. Right foot stepping by your right wrist, left knee coming down onto your mat. Hips drawing forward and down. You can stay here with your hands on the ground. You can move them up to blocks or up to your right knee. But wherever you end up, thinking about drawing your hips forward and down. And allowing your breath to flow with ease. Releasing out anything that needs to go. Taking one more full breath here, deep breath in and out. Releasing your hands down to frame your right foot. You're going to find your half splits, hips shifting up and back. Thinking about that left hip above the left knee. Maybe your right foot scoots out a little bit more if you need it to. You have a straight leg or a bent knee. Taking a deep breath in to find your length. And a breath out to find your fold. If you have really tight hamstrings, a soft bend to your knee helps the pose feel more into the center of the muscle than the attachments. Finding that perfect space for you. Allowing your breath to flow. Just one more full breath in and out. As you inhale, bending back into your front knee. We're going to find our lizard lunge, walking your right foot over towards the right side of your mat, both hands coming onto the inside edge. Hips drawing forward and down. You can stay with your palms on the ground. You can lower your forearms to blocks or forearms all the way down to the ground. But wherever you end up, thinking about hugging your right knee in towards your shoulder. Taking one more full breath in and out. Slowly coming back onto your palms, letting your hip shift up and back enough to let that right knee step back to meet your left. No fancy transitions here. So taking any movement or motion that might feel good. So maybe some hip sways, maybe a soft child's pose. Anywhere else that would feel good. And then eventually meeting back in our downward facing dog. You're all going to stay right here. We're going to go through that flow that we did earlier. As you inhale, waving forward into your plank. As you exhale, your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale to your downward facing dog. And stepping your left foot forward into your low lunge. Left foot by your left wrist, right knee down onto your mat. Hips drawing forward and down. Finding that perfect space for this side of your body. Maybe your hands on the ground, up to blocks, maybe up to your left knee. Finding that space where you can be and you can breathe. Your slow, steady breath. Taking one more deep breath here, a full breath in and out. Letting your hands come down to frame your left foot. And find your half splits here, hip shifting up and back. Maybe that left foot scoots a little more forward if you need it to. And finding a straight leg or bent knee, whatever is good for this side of your body. Taking a deep breath in to find length. And a breath out to find your fold. Finding your slow, steady inhale. And your slow, steady exhale. One more deep breath in and out. Slowly bending back into your front knee. We're going to find your lizard lunge on this side, walking your left foot over towards the left, both hands on that inside edge. Hips forward and down, staying up on your palms. Forearms to blocks or all the way to the ground. Finding that perfect spot for you right here. Letting your breath move. Releasing anything that needs to go. Just one more deep breath here, a full deep breath in and out. Rising back up onto your palms. Letting your hip shift up and back enough to let that left knee step back to meet your right. Taking any movements or motions that might feel good. Then eventually finding your child's pose. Your toe mounts a touch, Your knees can be together or a little wider apart. Hips drawing towards your heels. Head and neck to release down. You're finding any other space where you can release, where you can breathe. And taking a few deep, clearing breaths here. Deep breaths in through your nose. A big sigh out through your mouth. Taking one more breath here, a deep breath in. And out. And slowly rising back into your table. And then coming all the way onto your bellies. Work into your hip just a little bit more this morning. So initially coming into your Sphinx, letting your elbows come under your shoulders. Your chest lifting up just a little bit. And then we're going to come into your half frog. So the right knee coming up alongside you. Maybe it comes a little or a lot. If you're able to, you can think about finding a 90-degree angle in your hip joint, your knee, and your ankle. So you're welcome to stay right here. You can lower your upper body down. If you want to work a little bit more into your shoulder, you can take your right arm underneath your left. Letting that right shoulder start to release down. But wherever you end up here, finding your breath. And letting your breath flow. Taking one more breath here. A full deep breath in and out. If your right arm is crossed underneath you, pressing down into your left arm enough to release that out. And extending your right leg out long behind you. And coming down onto your belly, and you can find a little wiggle of your hips side to side. Maybe bending your knees and windshield wipering your feet side to side. When you're ready, we're going to find our way onto the other side. So letting the left leg come up alongside beside you, and thinking about a 90-degree angle in the hip, knee, and ankle. You could stay here with your upper body lying down, or coming up into your Sphinx. If you want to work a little bit deeper, you can let that left arm come underneath your body, over towards the right, finding a light twist here. But wherever you end up, slow, steady breath. Full deep breaths in and out. Taking one more breath here, a deep breath in and out. If your arm is underneath you, slowly pressing into your right arm and wiggle that left arm out. Left leg extending out long behind you. You can once more find a little wiggle of your hips side to side or bend your knees and find that windshield wiper side to side. And slowly pressing up into your table. Staying here, curling your toes and pressing into your downward facing dog. We're going to go through that flow that we did earlier one final time this morning. As you inhale, waving forward into your plank. Exhale, lowering your chaturanga or your knees, chest, chin. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Then we're going to make your way into a seat. So you can lower to your table, sit back over your heels, or any other way that you'd like to sit down. Initially, let the soles of your feet come onto your mat, about mat width apart, and find a little windshield wiper side to side. We're going to move into a seated pigeon from here. So letting that left foot stay out a little bit further, and the right ankle coming on top of your left knee. If bringing the ankle on top of the knee is a little challenging when the foot is on the ground, you can let the leg extend all the way out and then let the knee bend afterwards too. So from here, letting that right knee start to press away from you. Maybe that left foot scoots a little bit closer. Maybe your hips scoot a little bit closer to your heel. And find that perfect space where you can breathe and you can be. Taking one more breath here, a deep breath in and out. And that left foot start to walk out, and the right foot to release down. Find a little windshield wiper of your knee side to side, or any other counter movement that would feel good in your body. Maybe coming forward and getting up off your hands. And we're going to find our way onto the other side. So your right foot staying down, left ankle on top of your right knee. And left knee pressing away. Maybe your right foot scoots back. And finding that perfect space for this hip, this side of your body. And finding your breath. Taking one more breath here, a deep breath in and out. Gently to release that left foot down, however feels good. Finding your little windshield wiper side to side or any other counter movement. And moving into our bound angle, Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. Letting your heels come as tight towards your hips as feels okay on your hips and your knees. Allowing your knees to begin to press out and down. Staying right here, maybe a light lean forward, maybe a fold forward. Wherever you end up, allowing your legs to stay active and strong. Taking one more breath in and out. Slowly rising back up. Letting your feet scoot a little bit further out in front of you. A nice wide diamond, so about the same distance from heels to groin as from knee to knee. Taking another deep breath in to find length, and a breath out to find your fold. Imagining your forehead resting on the soles of your feet. Taking 2 more breaths. A deep breath in and out. One more full deep breath in. And a big sigh out. As you inhale, rising back up. And letting your legs scoot all the way out long in front of you. Your Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Your feet can be together, hip width apart, or a little bit wider. Again, straight leg or bent knee. Taking a deep breath in to find your length. When you're ready, exhale to fold forward. And wherever you end up, allowing your body to release into that space just that little bit more. Taking one more breath here. A full deep breath in and out. As you inhale, slowly rising back up. And we're going to make your way all the way onto your backs. Coming all the way down. Letting your knees hug up into your chest. You can find a light rock side to side or some circles of your knees around your hips, together or independently. And staying right here, finding your happy baby, letting your knees start to draw towards your armpits. Maybe your feet coming up towards the ceiling. You can take a hold of behind your thighs, your ankles, maybe your feet. Wherever you end up, allowing your shoulders to relax towards your mat, allowing your hips to relax down as well. One more breath in and out. Letting your knees come back into your chest and releasing your feet down onto your mat. We're going to come to a couple rounds of a bridge pose. If you want to take a more restorative, supported bridge, you can take your block and place it under your hips once we lift up. We're going to do 2 rounds, so if you want to stay supported, you can stay supported all the way through. But when you're ready, letting your feet come about hip-width apart, walking your heels towards your hips, letting your shoulder blades tuck underneath your back just that little bit. When you're ready, a breath in to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. If you want to come into your supported bridge, now is a nice time to place that block underneath and then release down. If you're staying active with me here, letting your hips continue to press up and being mindful of your head and neck, making sure you're not pressing too much into a space that doesn't feel comfortable. Taking one more deep breath in. If you're supported, staying right where you are. But if you're coming down with me, slowly lowering all the way down. Letting your tailbone be the last thing to touch your mat. And pausing here for a breath or 2. You're going to come right back up. Arms by your side, shoulder blades tucked underneath your back. Taking another deep breath in and out. And as you inhale, slowly begin to lift your hips, peeling your spine off your mat. Letting your feet press down, your hips press up, shoulder blades hugging towards each other. And taking one more deep breath here, a full breath in and out. And if you're supported, slowly beginning to lift your hips up just that little bit, enough to remove your block. Then we're all going to lower down to your mat together. One vertebrae at a time, tailbone the last to touch. And once you release down, finding a space where your body can rest. Maybe letting your knees lean against each other. Your legs extend out, or however you feel good. And staying here as long as you need before coming into a reclined twist. Letting your knees hug back into your chest. Then we're going to take your knees towards the left side of your body. Taking any version of a twist here that feels good for you. You can keep your knees stacked, let your knees come over towards that left side. Your right arm opening out onto the ground beside you. And finding a place where you can let go. Where your breath can move on its own. coming back through center. Pausing here in the middle to realign your hips, your spine. And when you're ready, moving over onto the other side. Taking that same version of the twist you took on the first side over here. And finding your clearing, releasing breaths. Full deep breaths in and out. Letting everything go. Taking one more breath here. A full deep breath in and out. And slowly coming back through center. Taking any final movements or motions that you might need before your Shavasana, your final relaxation. And finding a place that is most comfortable for you. Maybe your legs extend out long, arms by your side, or any place where you can feel most comfortable. When you find that space, beginning to take a few deep clearing breaths. Releasing control of your body. Releasing control of your thoughts. With one deep breath in and out, releasing control of your breath. Slowly coming back into your breath, into your body, into this time and space. Allowing with each breath, life, energy, and movement to make its way into your fingers and toes, your arms and legs, back and through your head and neck. And wherever you end up, taking one deep clearing breath here, a full breath in, and a big sigh out. And slowly making your way up into a comfortable seat. And thank you all so much for sharing your time, space, and energy with me and with each other. The light in me sees and honors the light in each of you. Namaste.